This is Sangeetha back again, and I'm going to be making a bruschetta, which essentially means burnt bread in Italian. And here I have, I've cut up about 3 Roma tomatoes, and I've added about 2.5 teaspoons of extra virgin olive oil. And I'm going to just rip the basil leaves just so. I have about 1/3 of a cup of basil leaves. So you just rip the basil leaves like just so that you don't actually bruise the basil leaves. And I'm almost done with that. And here I have a French baguette. What I do is the day I'm going to make bruschetta, I just run to the grocery store and I pick up the bread. Otherwise, the bread is going to become really dry, and you don't want dry bread. And I'm going to be adding about little over a teaspoon of oregano. I would say about 1¼ teaspoons of oregano. Just going to give it a quick mixing here. And some salt. Salt always tastes. Just so that it kind of, cooks even before you put it in the oven. That's what the salt does. This is going to be this here. And some freshly ground black pepper. I have in this bowl here, I have a peeled garlic clove. I'm going to be rubbing the garlic clove on the bread so that the garlic imparts a really nice flavor and aroma to the bruschetta or burnt bread. Almost done here. So if you want, you can add a little bit more black pepper once the bruschetta is taken out of the oven. But I think we're good here. And I also have mozzarella cheese here. That's the cheese I'm going to use in my bruschetta. So this is done here. Just gonna quickly mix it. Like you can see, it's already started to leave water. The tomatoes have already started to leave water. You can entirely omit the garlic, rubbing of the garlic, if you want to have it as a Sattvic food. So that's that. And it doesn't make much of a difference in terms of taste. It's just the aroma that the garlic gives is really. Just going to be saving this, and I could use it to thicken a soup. I'm just going to be cutting all of this here in even sized. There's that. And I've also lined up my baking tray with aluminum foil so that it's less messy. Less work for me in terms of cleanup. So that is that. I'm just going to be arranging all of this evenly so that they cook evenly. I'm almost done with this here. You can see it's so easy for me to cut this bread, this serrated knife, because it's absolutely fresh bread, which I picked up from the grocery store today. If there's a French bakery near where you live, you could use French baguettes, which they sell there, and this would come out really brilliant at that point. Or you could use Italian bread, whichever your preference is. And that is that. I'm just going to stick it right there. And I'm going to be rubbing the garlic evenly just around the edges, just so. Once I rub all the garlic I'm going to be adding the mozzarella cheese. You can see it's barely taking any garlic there. We're almost done here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the oven on and broil. And I'm going to keep it at a high broil because I like to have a little bit of charred edges. That's how it is in Italy, at least, like in the restaurants that we've eaten in Italy. So I'm just adding just a little bit of mozzarella cheese. If you like it more cheesy, you could, of course, add more cheese, but I think this should be enough. About a teaspoon and a half grated mozzarella cheese. I use the low moisture pot skim mozzarella cheese because you don't want any moisture in your cheese when you're baking, because the bread is going to become soggy at that point. So that is that. We're almost done here. Once we're done with this, I'm just going to be adding some the topping. And you see the topping is nicely macerated there. I'm going to be adding the topping. I find that adding the topping with your fingers work best, because that I'm going to be leaving a few of those breads just empty without anything, with just the cheese, because my daughter does not like tomatoes for whatever reason. So that is that. I'm going to be adding just spread it like a little bit more evenly. And if you have some left over, you could just just grind it in the blender, and you could use it as a dip for leftover bread. That'll work too. So we're almost done here. And like I said before, I've turned on the oven to broil. It's going to be broiled on high. And that's that. I'm going to be actually putting all of this. I'm going to be saving some of this liquid, which I will just add as a topping at the very end. So I'm just going to be putting this bread in the oven. So and it's going to be broiling away, and it'll take about 4 to 5 minutes tops. And yeah. So I've taken the bruschetta out of the oven after it's been broiled. So there that is. Ooh, cheese. And I made some minestrone soup earlier on in the day, and we're going to have it with the minestrone soup. I'll actually link the making of minestrone soup down below. Thanks again for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below what you would like to see next. Thanks.